Every SDR knows this problem. You find a list of companies you want to reach out to, and then the real work starts. You have to figure out who the right person is, what the company actually does, what they might care about, and then somehow write a message that doesn't sound like every other cold email. So you end up jumping between tools. LinkedIn for people, Google for research, maybe Apollo for data, and then ChatGPT to try and write something decent. And even after all that, most of the outreach still ends up being generic. Now let me show you something different. Here I'm giving Dapto a simple prompt. I've listed 10 companies and asked it to find the VP of sales at each one and generate personalized cold email openers. And this comes back almost instantly. Now what's important here is not just that it found contacts. First, it identifies the right person even when the exact title isn't VP of sales. It figures out who actually owns that function. Second, it pulls real context, not just what the company does, but who the person is, their background, where they've worked, and what they're focused on. And this is where it gets interesting. It doesn't just give you information, it turns that into an angle. It understands what that person likely cares about, what problems they're dealing with, and how you should approach them. And then it writes the outreach. Not generic lines, but something that actually references their work, their experience, and their current focus. So instead of you spending 10 or 15 minutes per company trying to figure all of this out, you get the right contact, the context behind them, and a message you can actually send in seconds. That's really the difference. Most tools give you pieces of the puzzle. Dapto puts it all together for you. So you can spend less time researching and more time actually getting replies and closing deals.